Hi students, how are you all? So myself Nagappa, you are watching Appa Chemistry classes. Now today's topic is continuation to last video, that is structural isomers. In the previous videos we had discussed about first chain isomer, and in first video we had discussed the chain and positional isomer. In the second video we had seen the functional group isomer with more number of examples, and metamers with more number of examples also we had discussed there, and also related some problems also we had seen there in the second video. Now it is a third video of structural isomer, which includes mainly ring chain isomer and tautomerism. In this tautomerism I am going to explain the two types of systems, that is dyad system and a triad system, which are very important. And also here I am going to explain the exceptions which are involved in tautomerism also. So try to watch till the end of the video, okay na? So don't skip the video, try to watch it till end. Now let's get into the video of structural isomers here. So first one is in that ring chain isomerism. What is meant by ring chain isomers? These are having same molecular formula but differ in their carbon chain or ring. They are comes under ring chain isomers. Now generally alkenes and alkynes or alkynes and cycloalkanes or cycloalkenes having same molecular formula will show the ring chain isomer. Now you take the cyclopropene, it is propene. Now 1, 2, 3, so it is propene. So whose molecular formula is C3H6. Now similarly here also 3 carbons are there, CH2. Here also 3 carbons, with each carbon 2 hydrogen, because already 2 bonds are there, so we have to keep the 2 more hydrogen. So which also has the same molecular formula C3H6. Having same molecular formula but differ in their carbon chain and carbon. Here it is carbon chain, it is cyclic one. It is carbon chain, it is a ring one. Okay na? Having same molecular formula but one is open chain one is cyclic one. They comes under ring chain isomer. You can take the another example also. So that is 2-butene. It is what? 2-butene, whose general formula is C4. 4 carbons are there, hydrogens are how many? 8. C4H8. Whose cyclic ring is what? Cyclobutane. Here each corner indicates the carbon atom and each carbon has the 2 hydrogen, because already so 2 bonds are there. You can take the triple bond containing one also, you can take like this CH3, C triple bond CH. Now in this case its general formula is C3H4 it is. Now in this case also this is carbon, this is carbon, this is carbon. Carbon has the 2 bonds, 2 more hydrogen. Here this carbon has the 3 bonds, 1 more hydrogen. Here 1 more hydrogen. 3 carbons and a total of 4 hydrogens. These two comes under ring chain isomer. Is that clear? So ring chain isomers, I think so you have got some idea about ring chain isomer. Now we are going to see the tautomerism. Okay now, which is very important one, tautomerism. This tautomerism is also called prototropy. Okay, so because it is one of the form of functional group isomer. It is one of the type of functional group isomer having same molecular formula but differ in the position of proton or differ in the position of hydrogen atom. That is from in between the polyvalent atom it will be shifted. That proton will shift from one polyvalent atom to the another polyvalent atom. That is what we are calling tautomerism. Organic compounds having same molecular formula but the proton shift from one polyatom to the another polyatom. Okay na? Is called tautomerism. It is one type of functional group isomerism. It is one type of functional group isomers. Tautomers and functional group isomers are similar. But here what happens? Organic compounds having same molecular formula but their structural here proton will be bonded to the different polyvalent atoms containing compound. Now we have here tautomers are having the 2 different names are there. It is also called prototropy because proton shifting takes place from one polyvalent atom to the another polyvalent. Dysmototropism. Okay now, so these 2 are the another names. We have another ketoenol tautomerism. It is also called keto, enol, tautomerism. What are these all different names we are going to see. Now in tautomerism there are two types of systems are there. One is dyad system, another one is triad system. So first we are going to see the dyad system. In dyad system what happens? The proton will shift from first polyvalent atom to the second polyvalent atom. That is, the proton is shifting between the 1 and 2 positions only. Then it is said to be a dyad system. If the proton is shifting from one polyvalent atom to the third polyvalent atom, then it is said to be triad system. Now you take example for this dyad system, hydrogen cyanide. It is hydrogen cyanide. Now you give the polyvalent atoms, are these two are the polyvalent. Hydrogen is monovalent atom. Carbon is polyvalent, nitrogen is also polyvalent atom. Now what happens here? The proton which is present here, hydrogen which is present on this carbon, will be lost in the form of proton that is shifted onto this nitrogen. Okay. So then what happens? We are going to get C triple bond NH we are going to get. So it has the negative charge and this carbon, this nitrogen gets the positive charge. Is that clear? This bond will be completely shifted onto this carbon and this nitrogen is, this lone pair is donated to this proton. We are going to like that. So that is, it is one atom, two atom. Now the proton initially it is present at first position. The proton is present at on the second atom. That is, it is called hydrogen cyanide. Hydrogen cyanide. It is isocyanide. Hydrogen isocyanide. Hydrogen isocyanide. Hydrogen isocyanide. Cyanides and isocyanides are what? A type of functional group isomer that we had seen in an example of functional group isomers also. That is what we are calling the proton. If it is shifting between the two atoms, then it is comes under dyad system. Dyad system. Next we are going to see the triad system. Triad system. So you take the well-known example. Just you take the keto form. So that is acetone. I am going to take CH3 double bond CH3. It is called what? Acetone. Now this acetone is what here? It has the keto functional group. So it is called keto form. Okay, now it is one of the ketones and aldehydes and unsaturated alcohols comes under functional group isomer. No? Now in this case you see here it is a keto form of keto. Keto group is there. Now here polyvalent atoms are which one? Carbon and oxygen. Now here this carbon, this oxygen is given 1, 2, 3. Polyvalent atoms are assigned as a number 1, 2, 3. This one or this one you can give. Now the proton which is present on the third atom will be shifted onto the first atom. Okay, now that is what we are calling. So 1, 3 proton. It is called 1, 2 proton shift. It is 1, 2 proton shift. The proton is shifting between the two atoms. Here the proton is shifting between 1 and 3 atoms. That is 1, 3 proton shift it is called. So the 1, 3 proton shift is also called tautomerism. Tautomerism is one type of functional group isomer. Okay, now its other names are what? Dysmotropism and prototropism are the other names, and also we can say keto and enol form. Why we are saying, you listen here, keto group, so which it changes to enol group, COH double bond CH2. Now you see here the alcohol group and the double bonded carbon. The alcohol group is attached to the double bonded carbon, so then it is called enol. Okay, na? So it is called enol. So here this keto form and enol form are both are interconvertible structures. Then it is called keto-enol tautomerism. Now what happens actually, you see here CH3 C double bond O. Here I am writing as CH2H. Can I write like this? Now here carbonyl carbon is sp2 carbon, more electronegative one. So it withdraw the electron from this carbon withdraw the electron from this hydrogen. This hydrogen is lost as proton, H plus ion. That H plus ion will be shifted onto this oxygen. Okay, na? So whenever this bond will be shifted between these two carbon atoms. So in between these two carbon atoms. So then what happens? This oxygen, this carbon is getting the pi bonds. Now this pi bond is shifted onto this oxygen. Oxygen get the negative charge here, proton plus. So both will convert it to form the enol form. Both are react to form the enol content. Is that clear? So that is what we are calling keto-enol tautomerism. Okay, now this keto-enol tautomerism is interconvertible structure. Is that clear? Now we'll take the different examples here. We'll take here. It is keto form. Next one, we are going to take the cyclic compound. Cyclic ketone, it is open chain ketone. Now you see in this case, these two are among these, which one will form readily enol form means both will have the possibility to form the enol. Okay. So OH, double bonded carbon should be attached with OH. Then it is called enol. So it is called keto form. Now similarly, this compound you see, in this case what happens? So it is a cyclic compound, readily forms the enol. When compared to the open chain compound, it is not the cyclic one. When compared to open chain compound, the cyclic compound readily forms the enol. Okay na? So for that reason, the most stable one will be in which case? In these two cases, which is most stable one? Enol content. Cyclic enols are more stable than the open chain enols. Is that clear? We'll see more number of examples now. So we'll see the conditions for the tautomerism here. What are the tautomerism here? The proton shifting from one atom to the one polyvalent atom to the another polyvalent atom is said to be tautomerism, which takes place in two systems, dyad system and triad system. Now, if it want to show the tautomerism means it must contains the at least one alpha hydrogen, and also it must be presence of groups like the cyanide group, aldehydes or keto group, or this nitrile, this cyanide groups like this. Okay, na? Then only it participate in tautomerism. Now we are going to see here some compounds are there. Which compounds participate in tautomerism and which will not, we'll see here. So it is an aromatic compound. It is carbonyl carbon. Adjacent carbon is called alpha carbon. Alpha carbon should has the at least one alpha hydrogen. But is there any alpha hydrogen? No alpha hydrogen. So benzaldehyde does not participate in keto-enol tautomerism. Benzaldehyde does not involve in tautomerism. And also metachlorobenzaldehyde also not involves in tautomerism. Benzaldehyde does not have the alpha hydrogen, so it will not participate in tautomerism. If it must have the at least one alpha hydrogen. Now in this case you take, it is carbonyl carbon, adjacent carbon is called alpha carbon. Is there any alpha carbon contain hydrogen? No. So that is trimethyl acetaldehyde is also an not participate in tautomerism because alpha hydrogen is not present. Now in this case also trichloroacetaldehyde also will not participate in tautomerism. Is that clear? So it is also not having alpha hydrogen. You take the formaldehyde. Formaldehyde, its IUPAC name is methanol. So methanol or formaldehyde will not have the alpha hydrogen, so does not participate in keto-enol tautomerism. Now you take here this compound will have the alpha hydrogen. Now we have two alpha hydrogens are there. So which alpha hydrogens are involved in keto-enol tautomerism? That is very important. Now here we have this is alpha carbon, this is also alpha carbon. Carbonyl carbon, adjacent carbons are called alpha carbon. Here also hydrogens are there, here also hydrogens are there. So which hydrogens are readily removed in the form of proton? So here the attached groups are, these methyl groups are electron releasing groups. So these electron releasing groups decreases the acidic nature of this carbon. So they increases electron density on this carbon. Then that carbon strongly holds that proton. So it cannot gives easily H plus ion. So this alpha carbon containing hydrogen is not removed very fastly. But this alpha carbon is not having any electron releasing groups. So it can easily gives out the alpha hydrogen. Now you take here where we are getting enol double bond CH2 double bond COH. That is 1, 2, 3. So in between these two polyvalent atom, the proton is shifting. So 1, 3 proton. This is the enol of this compound. Okay, so now next here you see these two are the alpha carbon. Which alpha carbon readily loses the proton? This one, because NO2 group is electron withdrawing group. So if it has the electron withdrawing group, it will withdraw the electron from this alpha carbon. This carbon electron density is decreased. Then what happens? It will attract the electron from hydrogen. Then whenever it is attracting the electron from hydrogen, that hydrogen is lost in the form of H plus ion. Then what you are going to get? The enol form will be, the double bond is formed between these two carbon atoms, but not these two. Because this carbon containing hydrogens are more acidic one. More acidic hydrogens are lost in the readily. So then what happens? We are going to get CH3, C double bond here OH. CH, one proton is shifted there and remaining NO2 group is as it is. Okay na? And also here this NO2 group can be written like this also. Double bond O. Now you see here pi bond, sigma bond, pi bond. Here alternative pi bonds are there. Here conjugation is also there. So it is the major one. It is the enol compound is here major compound here. When compared to this keto form, it is a keto form. It is a enol form. Which is major among these two? The enol form is major. How you are going to say that enol form is major? So based on the factors, that is, it must have some conjugation, or it must be the whatever the enol, which is alcohol attached, double bonded carbon attached OH, must be stabilized in the form of hydrogen bond. It must have the aromaticity, or else it must have the conjugation, or it must be attached with electron releasing group, electron withdrawing group. Then it is more stable one. When these all condition must be satisfied. What are the condition? Enol content is nothing but what? It is the percentage of enol in keto-enol tautomerism. If the percentage of enol is more when compared to the keto form, then it is called enol form is major one. So it is enol content is nothing but it is a percentage of enol in keto-enol tautomerism. The percentage of enol content mainly depends on the stability of enol. Now say for example, you take this one, CH3, C double bond O, CH2, C double bond O, CH3. Okay, it is acetic anhydride. Okay, not acetic anhydride, sorry, methylene acetic anhydride. Or else you can take the IUPAC name. So that is 2,4 pentane dione. Okay na? So in this case what happens? So there are two alpha carbons are there here. So this is also alpha carbon. Okay na? So then what happens here? Which in where we are getting the double bond between these two carbon, or in between these two carbon, or in between these or these. So the double bond formed in between these two carbon is major one. Now you see here, whenever the double bond is formed here, CH3, COH, COH, double bond, here CH, C double bond O, CH3. Now this hydrogen and this oxygen is involved in hydrogen bonding. Okay, so then what happens here? And also you see here, double bond, single bond, double bond. Conjugation is there, and the OH, enol form is stabilized by the hydrogen bonding. Is that clear? That is major one. Okay, but not this one, but not this one. You can take this one is unstable enol form. C double bond O, so CH2, COH double bond CH2. This double bond is not stabilized by resonance or conjugation, but whereas this OH is only having it is not having that much hydrogen bonding there. But whereas here conjugation is there, as well as hydrogen bonding stability is there. That we have to see. Okay, now we'll see such type of examples. Which isomer, which is having more percentage of enol, all these examples we are going to see. These all are most important examples. You try to understand here. Just now I told you that cyclic compounds will form the readily enol content. This is cyclic compound, this is open chain compound. When you are comparing these two, which one will readily form the enol content? Which has the more enol content. So the double bond may be formed between these two carbon, or it may be these two carbon. Now we have the acetone is there, this one is there. Which is major one? Here this compound is major, because whenever it forms the hydrogen bond, whenever it involves in tautomerism, which forms the what? Here double bond is formed here. This double bond is stabilized by resonance. Double bond, single bond, double bond. Alternatively, it has the what? Multiple bonds. Now, and also this hydrogen is involved in hydrogen bonding with this oxygen atom. But whereas it is keto form is major one when compared to enol form. In acetone, which is major one, keto form is major when compared to enol. Now you take here this compound and this compound. Now here this carbonyl carbon, here carbonyl carbon, it is attached with electron releasing group. Whenever electron releasing group is attached, the percentage of enol content is less. It very weakly participate in keto-enol tautomerism. Which one? Aldehydes are having more enol content than the ketone. Now you compare these two. It is a keto group, it is ester group is there. This ester group is also an electron releasing group, oxygen. So it is an electron releasing group. What it will do? It decreases the enol content. So which is major one? This keto is the major enol content. This is most important, fifth one and as well as seventh one. Very important. Now you try to understand here. So whenever it is participating in 1,3 proton shift, we are going to get this compound. Double bond OH. Now this compound is involved in 1,3 proton shift. 1,3 proton shift. Here also 1,3 proton shift. Then here there is no possibility. Here it will be possible. Now OH double bond. Now you see here enol which is formed 1, 2, 3 no. So in between these 2 and 3 double bond is formed. Now 1, 2, 3. That is the proton is shifting from here. Then what happens? It has the what? Resonance. It has the conjugation. Double bond, single bond, double bond. Okay, now it has the conjugation. This enol is stabilized by the resonance. When compared to this one, this is more stable. Now this compound you see. Here only possibility is this one, that is 1, 2, 3. So here in between 2 and 3 we are going to get the double bond. Okay, already these are the having the double bond OH. Now whenever we are writing this double bond, this ring is getting the aromaticity. Whenever it is getting the aromatic nature, so then it is more stable enol content. It is the more stable among these three. Which is major one? This one is major one. More stable one, it is least, then after this is least one. Now you take here, it is electron methyl group. Here ester group is there. So when compared to this ester, this methyl ketone is major one compared to this one. So it is major one. You take 1, 2, 3, then which is more stable one? 1, 2, 3. Whatever the concept which I said here, electron releasing, based on electron releasing and electron withdrawing. Now you take in this case, very important one, this is 1, this is 2, this is 3. Now in one compound there is only possibility 1, 2, 3. Now here double bond we are going to get. Now here 1,3 proton shift you see. 1,3 proton shift. In this case what happens? We are going to get here OH. Double bond is formed between 2 and 3. These two double bond O as it is. Now in this case what happens? 1,3 proton shift takes place now. 1,3 proton shift. That is 1, 2, 3. You are going to get OH double bond. In this case 1,3 proton shift here. 1, 2, 3. Now double bond is formed between these two carbon. It is OH. It is OH double bond. Now you see in this case, this is the major one. Why it is major? This pi bond is shifted means we are getting positive charge. Pi bond shifted means positive charge, which is completely. Now you see here double bond, single bond, double bond. Single bond, double bond, single bond, double bond. It is in conjugation, as well as this compound is aromatic one. This compound is aromatic compound. Very important. Okay, na? So it is the major compound. That is, this one forms the more enol content when compared to this one. But whereas it is anti-aromatic. Anti-aromatic is least stable when compared to the normal one. Okay, na? So here the pi bonds are there, but they are anti-aromatic compound is formed. Due to that, it is least stable one. So what is the stability order? 1, 2, 3. Is that clear? That is very, very important one. Is that clear? That's about detailed study we had seen about tautomerism and also ring chain isomerism. So what are the exceptions involved in tautomerism, and dyad system, triad system also we had seen. This is very important one, so it is very helpful for your competitive exams. Thank you. Have a nice day. Keep watching Appa Chemistry classes and don't forget to subscribe. Thank you.